Welcome to your home from home, the village. I'll be your guide for this tour of the prisoner locations in Portmeirion. I have a map of your village, and I'll be taking you to see such sights as Number 6's house, the Green Dome. I'll be looking for the Palace of Fun but not finding it, but I will show you the old people's home, the chess lawn, the stone boat, some shops, the bandstand, the sea, a tower, but I won't be showing you any mountains. Even though Snowdon's not far away, it doesn't feature in the prisoner. Incidentally, I'm close to where the Rook stole some parts from a security camera in Checkmate. Anyway, on with the tour. Number 6's home, better known as the Roundhouse, or these days, the prisoner shop. Although, as they say here, no names. This, of course, is the view that Six wakes up to, and this archway is seen in many episodes. This is Prior's lodging, which was used as Nadia's house in times of Big Ben. Rising up behind Prior's lodging is the bell tower, which was seen in Arrival when Number 6 runs up it, looks out, runs around. This plaque was unveiled by Fenella Fielding, who was the voice heard on the tannoys in the village. And as you can see, the prisoner shop was closed at the time of my visit. This is Ladies' Lodge, which looks out onto Battery Square, where 6 first hears the phrase, "Be seeing you," and where the cat and mouse, in this archway, was seen in Free for All. Ah, that's just the sound of the rocket from Fallout taking off. As the prisoner tells Nadia in the chimes of Big Ben, to reach Number 2's Green Dome from here, you go across the square, across the street, up the steps, and you can't miss it. In the years since 1966 and 67, when the prisoner was filmed here, the dome has been re-roofed, and it's now grey, as you can plainly see. There are great views across Portmeirion from here. You take in the bell tower, some buildings, and the dome to town hall axis. Owen's home. The little blue building there contains a golden Buddha from the 1958 film The Inn of the Sixth Happiness. And on the left of screen is Ladies' Lodge again, which was the general stores in the prisoner. The white building in centre of screen is Telford's Tower, and this cobbled path is better known as the dome to town hall axis. This is the back of the Roundhouse, and that little balcony is where Number 6 jumps off in Dance of the Dead. Start of almost every episode. Up above the Gothic Pavilion is the Bristol Colonnade, which was used in many episodes of The Prisoner as a bandstand. The lawn I'm walking on was seen in Checkmate, being used for a game of human chess. Now on to one of my favourite areas in Portmeirion, the Piazza. Just prior to filming, in 1966, this area was a tennis ground. Going to reenact one of my favourite scenes from The Prisoner for you. From Arrival, it's the villager in the free sea. At the east end of the piazza is the Gloriette. It's from here that Six gives his famous rotten cabbages speech in Free for All. It's also where we first meet Rover, who appears from the fountain in the Free Sea. In one scene I like from Dance of the Dead, number 6 is seen here playing with a black cat, before number 2 turns up and says that she sees he's made a friend. It also features in It's Your Funeral and A Change of Mind.
Very much the central theme of The Prisoner. Looking for something. Maybe looking for yourself.
Behind the Gloria is the restaurant where the first line in The Prisoner is spoken. We'll be open soon. I'm standing about where the free information sign was, in Arrival. This is the entrance to the Labour Exchange on the back of the building, next to a triumphal arch where number 6 tries to make a phone call. It's also where Rover's seen bouncing several times. The road leads down to a kind of high street for Portmeirion, which is full of nice shops for tourists. It doesn't really feature very heavily in The Prisoner, but it is lovely. That building's called Arches. If we overshoot a little bit and come back on ourselves, it delivers us onto this little path.
This all bands down to seen in a few episodes, including Arrival.
This statue of Hercules is first seen in Arrival as well, when number 6 is startled to hear "It's another beautiful day" coming from one of the tannoys. And that's me saying this is the town hall. As 6 found out in Dance of the Dead, it is fussy about who it lets in. That's Angel, and these are the Angel Gates. I try to reproduce a camera angle often seen in The Prisoner, looking up at the town hall, and as I walk down the hill on my left hand side is this view. It doesn't really feature in The Prisoner, but I like it because it lets you see Shakespeare. As we continue down the hill we get our first view of the helicopter lawn, which didn't used to have that swimming pool. And this of course is the old people's home. I know what you're thinking. Say it with me now. In emergencies, he walks. The stone boat is where number 6 is slipped an electropass in Arrival. It's also where he makes some very cutting comments about St Vitus dance. From that roof he gives a sterling speech in Free for All. And in this small garden area above it, he's often seen playing chess with the Admiral. "We're all pawns, me dear." This tunnel's seen in Dance of the Dead, when number 6 borrows a life preserver and some rope from the stone boat and slips away to send a message with a dead body. It gives access to the observatory tower and White Horses, where Patrick McGowan stayed during filming in Portmeirion in 66 and 67. A short walk along the seafront from it is the estuary features heavily in The Prisoner, as a place for him to run around, punch the sky and say, "I am not a number, I am a free man," and be laughed at. He also gets chased by Rover and village buggies, better known as mini mokes, on the sands. I've never known how to pronounce these, but they're Loggias, and they lead up to the lawn behind the bell tower. Although this route is currently blocked, it's seen in one episode of Doctor Who, where Tom Baker comes sprinting down some steps, being chased by some sort of nonsense.
This lookout was seen in Arrival.
Continuing along the path, you come to...
This is the roof of the grotto, where number 6 is seen playing with a little radio, Dance of the Dead. Excuse me.
Behind the grotto, there's this small but attractive archway, which leads back to the village via 2 routes. This path up to Bridge, and another path up to Gatehouse. Speaking of Gatehouse, this is me driving under it, in what else but a Rover. Some of my favourite scenes from Portmeirion, or The Prisoner, or The Village, feature moving vehicles, usually the ubiquitous village buggy, which of course is actually a boat. On the right of the screen here, behind those gates, is a unicorn, which was going to feature as the seat of power, number 2's home, before it was switched to the dome. Of course, in 1966 and 67, when they were filming here, they didn't have speed bumps. But they did have tourists, and they can be seen in several episodes, peeking over walls, and popping up properly where they're least wanted. The building on the left is Anchor and Fountain, where Noel Coward wrote Live Spirit in the 1940s. Lord Bernard Shaw was also a visitor to the hotel. The very small building on the right has been called the UK's smallest Chinese takeaway. You just get a glimpse of Hercules and the small bandstand as we go past the town hall, past some shops, and eventually out to the village. Several of the roads behind Portmeirion featuring the prisoner, where he's running around, trying to escape, hiding from people, and Rover, that kind of thing. And now, as we travel the half-mile from Portmeirion to the site of the hospital, I'll talk slower and slower to help at the time. And at last, here we are. The hospital's most notably seen in Arrival, when number 6 walks out, he's given his badge, throws it in the back of the taxi, and in Hammer into Anvil, where he dashes here after hearing a woman scream, even though he's walking at the seafront, which is a good heart. That concludes our tour of locations for The Prisoner at Portmeirion. It only remains for me to say thank you very much, and be seeing you.